All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakbadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So I'm going to read these 3 scriptures real quick. And then I'm going to play this video. So it said, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languish and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Because when this devil do bring this system into play, all you people who are prideful, as the scripture says, the pride of life, you're going to languish in that day, which means that you're going to be hopeless. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth. Now, when you go 10 chapters over, let's just do that real quick. It tells you who the curse is. So Isaiah 34:5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's talking about the weapons of the Lord's indignation, the ICBMs, the intercontinental ballistic missiles that the Lord have put the spirit on these scientists to make. That's the weapons of the Lord's indignation. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is the Greek way of saying Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. So, verse 6, therefore have the curse, the Edomites, devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and a few men left. And when you go into that word burnt, it's actually talking about anger. So the Hebrew word is charar, and it say to burn, all right? But when you get down here, be angry, all right? To be dry, to be angry. But then when you go down here to the Strong's definition, it say literally to melt, burn, dry up, or figuratively to show or incite passion, be angry, burn, dry. Because the system that this devil is going to bring forth is going to cause a lot of anger, a lot of confusion. And as the scripture says, there should be sedition among men. That is going to happen. So, before I read the rest, let's listen to this video.
The next is carbon tax, a global price on carbon. For me, this is the end game for central bank digital currency. They have found a way to make carbon a commodity and give it a price. So I would expect that people would definitely question the science around climate, the climate crisis, when it's given carbon a price, that maybe it's a little bit more suspicious, and you might want to take a look at that. We are moving into a carbon credits system that can only be implemented through.
And I'm going to allow her to speak more because this is a touchy subject when it comes to, the algorithm of YouTube and your video staying up. So, I'm going to allow her to do the speaking. I'm going to try to say things in code here and there, but I really don't have to say nothing because she thoroughly breaks it down. But
through central bank digital currency and a digital ID. The digital ID will be rolled out within the next 12 months. 12 to 24 months will.
Now, this video was done back in 2023. So that means that 12 months from 2023 is now, right? 2024. And also 24 months is 2025, which this year is blowing by so damn fast. The Lord said he was going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. And if he didn't, that there would be no flesh saved. So you see these days is zooming. Okay? So the Lord is making good on his promise.
This will be the digital ID and the central bank digital currency. You have India, who have the Aadhaar digital ID. They're rolling out, they're piloting their central bank digital currency now in December. China already have it. Over 50% of the countries around the world are looking at it, piloting it. There is that overarching, beyond the social and the political fighting that's going on, there's an overarching financial reset that is the elephant in the room that nobody is actually talking about. That is
the financial reset. All right? Because they're about to tear this system down and bring forth the system that they want to bring forth. You know the acronym, the NWO. They also got the 3 Bs, Build Back Better. All right? Matter of fact, Build Back Better and the new normal. Remember when the pandemic happened? The new normal? That was a coined phrase of 2020 and 2021, and also Build Back Better. So you have to understand the build back better, which means you have to tear something down. So this economy can crash at any time. I just came across an article today, and also watching the elder from Dallas, Elder Yashawamba, he did a video talking about, the article that I seen, he was doing a video on it, talking about how everybody in America, Social Security have been hacked. So that's another way to bring forth, basically demolishing this system to bring forth a new system by the way of panic, because they caused the problem, and then they get the people to react, and the people look to the government, to create some peace and safety, as the scripture says, and then they have a solution for you. And we know what that solution is.
Is going to be reset to social and carbon credits. Net zero is not about saving the planet. Net zero is about taking control of the food and the energy and finding a way to turn that into a currency. It will be done through carbon credits. Carbon credits is the new.
Now, what scripture should come up? He calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and their forehead. And that it said he that had the mark cannot buy or sell. All right. So reaping all the resources, monetizing nature, because that's what the carbon credit is all about, as this woman is going to continue to articulate. You know what? Since I really want her to speak all the way through, let me just bang these scriptures out real quick for she could just speak, because she goes in. Really? Come on now. See, this is why I don't use the Blue Letter Bible app, because it be doing stuff like that. So it says the new wine. The new wine is the system. The new system that they're trying to bring forth. Digital ID tied to a social credit system. This is the world that you're going to have to enter into. But you got people out here who love this life so much, and we're trying to tell you the things that this devil is about to bring to pass. You will want to be able to escape from it, because you're literally about to introduce yourself into slavery digitally, technocracy as it's called. All right. So now I'm just going to allow her to speak. Like I said, they'll probably keep it up if it don't come out of my mouth. So anyways, the new wine mourneth, which is this new system, the vine languish, all the merry hearted do sigh, because the only thing that's coming to this place is sighing, crying, complaining, perplexity, which means to be without hope, to have lack of resources, not knowing which way to turn. That's the only thing that's coming. The mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceases. So the Lord is telling you that the way, as the scripture says in 1 Corinthians 7:31, it talks about how the fashion of this world gonna pass away. When you go into that word fashion, it goes into the manners of life. And the manners of life is the way that you do things, the way that you live. That's about to change. All right. Use the world not as abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. So clubbing, flying where you want, eating what you want, drinking what you want, that's about to stop. It's going to be tied to a carbon network. All right. Or as she said, a carbon credit. It's the new currency, as it said on the screen. They shall not drink wine with a song. Matter of fact, in the video, she's about to tell you, I ain't even going to say it. I'm going to let her tell it. So they shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it. So if you even have access to wine in these times, you're not even going to be able to enjoy the wine. You're probably not even going to have enough to even make you feel merry-hearted. But guess what? Like I always say, whatever whatever emotion that you are feeling, alcohol and drugs enhance it. Okay? So if you are sad, when you drink, you're going to enhance your sadness. So that's why the scripture is saying strong drink should be bitter to them that drink it, because you're actually trying to drink to escape the reality that is going to be set before you, but it's going to actually make it worse. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. That's martial law. Okay. Cause that is going to be, as they're talking about the primate bumps. I'm gonna say that the primate bumps. All right. If you don't know where primate is, go look it up. All right. So they talking about the primate bumps. All right. That sounds so funny. The primate bumps, and that they could cause another shutdown, another lockdown. All right. Allowed the video to play out after this set of scriptures. Gotta get it. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Y'all, I'm telling you, the people of the earth really don't understand how important this prophecy is, especially when it's around the corner. And you also, matter of fact, let me just jump to this real quick. So this is the judgment for those who take it. And the third angel followed them with a loud voice. If any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And their smoke and their torment ascended up forever and ever, which means a very long time. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast in his image, who receive or whosoever receiveth the mark of his hand. All right. All right. So verse 17 is that no man may buy or sell except he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Do you understand why so many people are going to take this? So many people are going to take this because they don't have the Lord and they don't even know better not to take it. All right. And it says, here's the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So, let me show you something real quick. Chai stigma. All right. When you get the word stigma, as you see,
Strong's G 4742, stigma.
So
stigma.
Root word is to stick, to prick, mark, pricked in. All right. Branded upon the body to ancient oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master. So when you do take this, you're basically saying, I belong to you, Esau. Forget Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why this is a grave sin. Okay. This is a grave sin. Look at that. A mark incised or punched. All right. So
the new currency. It will be a combination of social and carbon credits.
So are you saying that's going to be the only currency? There won't be any other currencies? This will just be like the social credit system in China, where there's a score and people have to try and maintain that score or things like that. Like, is that it? There won't be anything else?
Well, that's the suggestion. When you think that from their point of view, there is too many people on the planet and not enough resources for these people. Now, there is enough resources. Saudi Arabia has enough oil for 500 years. There is enough food. There should not be any hunger in the world. There is enough food. It's politics that gets in the way of that. But if you're coming from a perspective that you think that there is not too many people and not enough energy resources, you either reduce the population or ration the energy resources, or both.
And what do you think they're choosing to do then?
There is population decline and demographic decline in the West, or both.
And what do you think they're choosing to do then?
There is population decline and demographic decline in the West. They're moving to ration the food and the energy. The fiat currency is based on absolutely nothing. It's the faith of the people. And with inflation, that starts to lose faith in the currency. So they're scrambling to get in a new currency. The new currency will be a credits system, because the credit system is based on what is tangible wealth, food and fuel. So they take control of that, turn it into a currency and issue it through central bank digital currency, which is programmable money. They have total control. It's individual monetary policy. They have complete control over every aspect of your life. Where you go, what you eat, what you buy, what you do, everything. That's the capability of central bank digital currency.
A lot of people that I have spoken to have pretty much said, well, if I have nothing to hide and this means that I have a guaranteed income, then okay, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Now listen to what she says. This is a very wise woman.
But the reality is, what's going to happen if we don't do something about this? What is really going to be the situation?
Well, you are at the mercy of the dictate of the government or the shadow government. There's no one that agrees with every single policy from government. So at some stage, you're going to disagree with something and you're going to be cut off. You're going to be sanctioned.
And that's what people don't understand. See, even if you say, you know what, I'm going to bow down to the devil and I'm going to take his mark, you are subjected to him now. And you literally have to do whatever he say. This is digital. That means that it's programmable, which means he can extract money out of it. He could turn it off. All right. You are at the mercy of the devil.
The penalties. And people need to realize that they're not going to agree with everything. I can take absolutely any individual and explain to them why it's a terrible idea for them. If you're on universal basic income and you like to drink wine and you buy 2 bottles of wine, they can decide, oh, that's not good for your health, so we're going to stop you from buying wine. They can stop you from buying any goods. They can stop you from saving. So if you want to save to buy a house to go on a holiday, they can issue you with negative interest rates on your saving. They have every capability to control every aspect of your life. And with increased computer power, they can tailor that to the individual. So there's nobody that's going to escape this level of control. If you have nothing to hide, that's fine. But do you want the government dictating every aspect of your life?
And in terms of the technological capabilities, are we there yet? Like, is it actually feasible from a logistical point of view that they can do this?
No, we're not there. We're not entirely there. No, these are concepts in people's heads that they inch towards all the time. So they never achieve 100%.
That's why the scripture says that our salvation is nearer than what we believe. Because at any time, see, we are the prophets. These people are insiders. They have information, but they can't tie it to the scriptures. The Lord said when we start to see these signs that our salvation is at the door. OK, the infrastructure already in place. I actually came across a video and I got to find it. Talk about they've been ready to roll this out since 2015. But we all are on the Lord's time.
100%.
If I'm not mistaken, I think I made a video on it before.
But they're always moving a little bit towards it. But you have the concept of B multiplied by C multiplied by D, the Yuval Harari, where B is biological knowledge multiplied by computer power, multiplied by data, which is what they're working on now. They need the data, equals hackable humans. So if you combine then central bank digital currency with artificial intelligence, which is constantly increasing, when the more data it receives, the better it gets, they are building the prison. That's what the prison is. The prison is an artificial intelligence prison. Your phone right now is your prison warden, and they cannot happen without digital ID. Digital ID is the last gate that we can rebel at.
So that's the end of the video. And that digital prison is called a technocracy, which is the rule of few over many by technology. All right. So all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, man, we almost out of here. Shalom.